Hello techies. Welcome to our brand new video series focused on helping you get the most of your experiences in life. Before we start the video, let's know about Upptalk. Upptalk is a live, interactive platform for software training, furnishing robust personalities who could take on universal business platforms.
Guidelines that your report performs at an optimum level. Because otherwise what happens? You create everything, but then your report takes too long to run. We don't want that. So first is consider other options. Do not use calculated fields is the first option. Although we talked about calculated fields, we know they are so powerful. But the first option is, do not use calculated fields and try to consider other options first. Make sure that there are not delivered fields that you can use. And if there is a delivered field already, why not use that? Maybe it's a Workday delivered field. It's just that we are not able to find it. But yeah, try with different names. Try rewording your searches. If you are looking at compensation, try remuneration, try base pay, try salary, try monetary allowance, try whatever, anything, any word that you can think of in terms of compensation. Try to come up with different words. Try rewording your searches to make sure you aren't missing a field that is already available. That is our first criteria. We will not create calculated fields just for the sake of it. No, do not do that. Always, always, always look for existing fields. It can be an existing calculated field. It can be an existing Workday delivered field. Try to search that first. Okay. Then utilize subfilters and related objects to avoid building calculated fields, if possible. If you want to run a report, do some filtering, try to use related business objects, etc. to avoid building new calculated fields, because calculated fields are resource intensive. Try to avoid that. If it is not absolutely possible, you have to create a calculated field. Only then go ahead and create a calculated field. Right. Okay. Then you must also consider how many calculated fields you have in your report. How many do you have? If you have too many calculated fields in your report will be impacted. Your performance will be impacted. So be mindful of the total number of calculated fields on your reports. Right. So this is very, very important. Sometimes we create calculated fields. We tested with some small sample population. It works absolutely great. Right. It works just great. And you are absolutely elated that, yeah, I have done a very, very complex calculated field and it is working perfectly. You put it in Sandbox. You try to test it with production type data. It doesn't work. The report takes 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours to run, and you are wondering what happened. Right. So it is because maybe we have defined a lot of calculations, a lot of inherent calculations in the calculated field. Too many calculations, right? And if you put it in a large data set, large amount of data with a lot of calculations, your report performance will be impacted. Right. And then also the complexity of calculated fields. increased calculations performed on larger quantities of data will affect your results. Too many calculations. A lot of evaluate expressions, a lot of calculated fields within that wrong ordering, and so on. You have done. Okay. So, and you are doing it on a very large amount of data, 30,000 or maybe 50, 60,000 workers, and it can be even more. 100,000 workers. Your report performance will go down. You will not have optimum performance. Right. So these are some of the things we must keep in mind. It's not like we have to always stick to this. Sometimes, yes, we may have to deviate from this because the situation demands that. Yes, we create it in one particular manner. I understand. But whenever possible, we must keep these things in mind and design our calculated fields and our reports accordingly. Okay. Otherwise, our reports will take forever to run. We had a report which somebody created. That report had a really nice calculated field. Okay, it was very intelligently done, very smart calculated field. But what it was doing is it was doing a lot of calculations, everything, and then it was putting together a lot of data, and then it was giving it as a true or a false result at the end. So there were like 20 intermediate calculations that were happening for it to return a true or a false. And initially, when they were running this report, it was working fine. But then, there was an acquisition, and a lot of new workers came in, and they started running the report on this wide population of broad population of data, and the report took 4 hours to run. Right, 4 hours. So we had to split it up into 2 reports. In one report we ran the report for one population of the data. Like we had used some filters based on the supervisory organization. And in the other one we ran it on another population of data, again filtered by the supervisory organization. Right. So we had to do that because the field was nice, the field was giving us the right amount of data, the right information, but just that it was doing far too many calculations that we would have wanted. Right. So it was very, very bad in terms of performance. So this is also something that we must keep in mind. So let's quickly talk for like 5 minutes on EIBs. We will talk about EIBs, outbound EIBs with transformation. We will look at inbound EIBs and how to load the data using EIBs, and we will have a quick quiz at the end. So Enterprise Interface Builder. What is an Enterprise Interface Builder or an EIB? At the Enterprise Interface Builder allows the users to perform simple and secure integrations with Workday. Right. Now, what is an integration? Does anyone remember? What did we talk about when we said integration? What is an integration? Importing the data. Importing data? Is it always? In more generic terms, what can we say about an integration? Collection of data. Not a collection of data. It is like exchange of information, exchange of data, to be more precise. Exchange of data between whom or what? Exchange of data between whom or what? Between. Applications. Between applications. Correct. Between applications. And in this case, what will be one of the applications? Workday. Workday. Yes. Are we concerned about information exchange between SAP and Oracle? Not too much. Right. Not too much. We are not concerned about that. We are concerned about information exchange between Workday and any other external system. Right. So that is what we are concerned about. We are Workday consultants. We are mostly related with Workday.
Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us at sales@upptalk.com.